Christina B. Johnson holds a special designation in the cannabis industry because of her biracial heritage.
I'm currently the first and only African American and Latina in the country to have a cultivation license.
Despite that, Christina gives Maryland high marks for efforts to diversify the industry.
Maryland has done a phenomenal job at trying to diversify this sector, and we actually have one of the most diverse sectors in terms of business ownership here in the state.
According to the Maryland Medical Cannabis Commission fiscal year 2021 annual report, 6 out of 21 grower licenses are minority owned. 14 out of 26 processor licenses are minority owned, and 39 out of 90 dispensary licenses are minority owned.
Coming into cannabis can be very difficult for a new entrepreneur. You typically have to go through equity financing in order to get into the sector because regular banks just can't lend to us.
That's because the federal government still considers cannabis a Schedule I drug and therefore illegal. So financing a cannabis business requires a lot of upfront capital. If ballot question 4 passes, it would create a cannabis business assistance fund to, quote, assist small minority-owned and women-owned businesses entering the adult use cannabis industry. Greenhouse Wellness in Ellicott City is a women-owned dispensary.
But this was an accidental business for me, not intentional.
Gina Dubé was a retired entrepreneur. Her friend Leslie Apgar, a doctor.
I'm a board-certified OBGYN. I took care of women.
That all changed 6 years ago when a businessman suggested starting a cannabis company.
He approached us and we talked to him about what the return profile would be. And he said, oh, you'll never understand the math. So we got angry and we wrote the proposal ourselves in 2016 and flipped it over the wall. And we got a dispensary.
They combined Gina's business savvy with Leslie's medical knowledge to create this female-centric dispensary.
We wanted somewhere that our mothers would feel comfortable. If you look around the space, it's white leather and granite and chandeliers, and it's a warm, inviting space, and all of our team are just like that.
And so we really felt strongly that we ourselves should have products that we would be attracted to because we know we have our finger on the pulse of what the society wants. And if it's attractive to us, it'll likely be attractive to other women. But we were floored at the response that we had when we started really celebrating women's options and medication geared right for women. We were just surprised.
Perhaps not surprising when you consider this. According to a study by the Brightfield Group, a cannabis-focused market research company, 51% of cannabis product users in the U.S. are women. They use a greater variety of product types for a greater variety of reasons. And if question 4 passes and recreational marijuana becomes legal here, you can expect to see more women on both ends of a cannabis transaction.